times throughout the years. It's basically the same plot of Popcorn to a degree, a lost film about a crazy director.
The Hills Run Red.
Hills Run Red, yeah.
But this one just makes you insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one has some very Lovecraftian themes. The iconography that it builds for the film in the short amount of time, it's like they really do a good job of making it seem infamous and like you want to watch this movie.
Exactly.
And I don't know, the way that they represent it at the end is kind of a bummer and a letdown.
Oh, what they actually show of it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish they would have just not shown any of it because... Or maybe just shown the parts where they were like slicing the angel's wings off or something.
Maybe it was just the frequency that the movie played on just made people go crazy. It's not the content or something. I don't know.
But Udo Kier is one of my favorite actors.
We know
and seeing him in that role was really cool.
Yeah, he did a great job in that role. I love his death scene in that too.
Yeah, the effects in it are pretty cool. Some decent gore, some good nudity.
9.5.
Yeah, 9.5 for me as well.
I give it a 9. The next year, he did another episode for season 2 called Pro-Life with Ron Perlman.
Oh, yes. I forgot about that one.
That one's good. Not nearly as good, but it's pretty entertaining and has, like, an interesting story about a girl that gets pregnant and wants an abortion, but her ridiculous pro-life father wants to stop it, even though it's like a demon baby.
I forget what director we were talking about this before, but they were losing it, but they were really good in those shorter formats.
Argento.
Yeah. So it's kind of like that's what John Carpenter is still good in this format.
Yep, he was at least. I don't know if he still would be, but because it's been so long since he did anything.
Yeah, but this is like placated in the horror. It's like a horror show, so he couldn't do a lot and make it like lighthearted or fucking action.
Yeah,
he had to make it a horror.
Pretty much all meat. Yeah. I give that one like a 7.5 Pro-Life.
I gave it an 8.25.
I give it an 8.
And then lastly, the Ward.
One I avoided just because I've heard so many bad things.
Oh, dude, I don't know. It was okay. It wasn't as bad as Ghost of Mars. It wasn't. It wasn't good.
No, it's really cliche and like fucking
insane asylum.
Yeah, it feels like something. It feels that like that stupid Gothica movie or something.
She's hot in it though.
Sure, I guess. I don't know. I can't even. I don't know. Maybe give that one like a 6.5 or.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, but I can't give a score because I haven't watched it.
So
do you want to score John Carpenter as a director and a man? Or we'll do two separate scores. Do you know him enough to score him as a human being?
He seems like a pretty decent human
I give him
a
10 as a human. Dude, he's a pothead, a musician. He's a lifer in the horror community, so.
A liberal and an atheist. Pretty cool.
Yeah, I could agree with a 10.
As a director...
I've never heard anything negative about the guy. Like,
no.
Well, Rob Zombie.
Well... From anyone who matters.
He said that he's like, he was really cold towards me when I told him about the Halloween remakes.
I wonder what Adrienne Barbeau would have to say about him. Like, she worked with him even after they got a divorce. So.
Yeah, absolutely. She wouldn't, if he was a piece of shit, she wouldn't have. And Kurt Russell probably thinks the world of him, and I think the world of Kurt Russell. So,
and if he and Kurt Russell can get along, even though Carpenter is like a raging liberal and Russell's a conservative, then
he's got to be cool as fuck.
JC's
getting a 9.5 from me.
And as a director, that's 9.5.
Yep.
Okay, then I would probably go about a 9.5 as well for director. Yeah, a lot of my favorites.
I'm not putting his averages in because that's going to ruin the score. But.
Yeah.
No, but even with like the not so great films that he's done, like the ones that he has done that are great.
Yeah, there's nothing below a 5 for me that I've seen.
Get on, Mike. God, how many times I got to tell you this?
So let's start off with 1987's Prince of Darkness.
And on to our first film.
Hello? Hello?
Come here, look at this.
I've got a message for you. And you're not going to like it.
Look at his chest.
Ready for death.
Jesus Christ!
Okay, so Prince of Darkness, 1987. We've got Donald Pleasance and
Return of Loomis.
Yep. Anyone else notable, like big names in the cast?
Just
Alice Cooper.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, he plays like he has a little role. This one's fairly interesting in Carpenter canon because there aren't a whole lot of familiar faces like John.
The Wong dudes.
Yeah, the guy, those dudes from Big Trouble, then Buck Flowers is in it. Wait, is he in it?
No, I was going to say, that's like...
Oh, he's not...
He would have been
okay.
fitting for the role in there.
No, it's the other
that's
guy.
Body Bags
it's the dude... It's the dude that's in They Live as, like, the leader of the Resistance, and the guy from... Yeah, and the guy from Body Bags, and, yeah, that guy, I don't remember his name, but not a whole lot of familiar Carpenter faces, aside from Pleasance. But the story is fantastic. It's about this priest who dies, and it, like, unearths this secret society called the Brotherhood of Sleep that's been protecting this ancient artifact that's millions of years old, that's basically the essence of Lucifer.
Yeah. Oh.
Or
is it? I thought it was just evil in general.
Yeah, but I mean, they. Like,
yeah, it is fucking.
It's clearly supposed to be like.
Yeah, and there's a lot of religious undertones too, so it has to be Lucifer. Yeah, you're right.
But like basically, all of Catholicism is based around protecting this secret and trying to keep evil from unleashing itself on the world, and it's hidden in this closed, dilapidated church in an area that's populated with a lot of homeless people, and that's Carpenter doing that commentary on the state of things in the 80s again, really effectively.
I did that thing again where I found that church in real life, what it looks
like. Nice.
It's still there.
Is it a church still?
Yep.
Okay, that's cool.
Yep.
Right on.
There's like an addition put on it or something like that, but it's still there. It's in California, Los Angeles.
So this priest that they've put in charge of handling this amasses a team of scientists to check it out, which is really cool. The mix of science fiction and horror in a really unique way, involving Christian ideologies as well. So they go to check out this canister and whatnot, and the homeless and trap them inside the building.
Do you think it's the homeless are affected by this because of like schizophrenia? Do they mention that in the movie?
See, I was wondering why they were affected.
Maybe just like the schizos are on a different. They're able to be controlled by.
Yeah, I'm sure that's. Okay. But I mean,
because when it's all over, they go back to being just.
I forget what the statistics are on homeless people and psychological disorders, but it's really high. So yeah, he was controlling the lower forms like the bugs and things like that. So, but Alice Cooper gets the first kill in the film, which is
a weird kill for the bicycle.
With a half a bicycle frame.
Yeah.
But one interesting thing about that scene is that the guy that he kills is wearing some headphones and he's listening to Alice Cooper's song Prince of Darkness. So that's kind of funny. A little fourth wall.
That's the nerd, right?
Yeah, they're all nerds. Cause
I mean,
like
that looks like he's the nerd.
Yeah, he looks like a nerd.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a really creepy film. The scene where Donald Pleasance is approaching the church for the first time and the homeless woman approaches him.
Yeah.
And like the way her voice changes a little bit while she's talking is just like, that's creepy. Like if someone were talking to you and that happened, would it not like shake every belief you have in anything?
Yeah.
Like what the. The cup full of maggots and stuff. Lots of cool imagery. The weird eclipse. The moon and the sun in the sky at the same time. One of the reasons that I rewatched this outside of the fact that we were doing it for the podcast is that eclipse just happened.
I thought the same thing when I watched it. I'm like,
we should have had an eclipse podcast.
I watched it the night of the eclipse, and it was pretty cool too.
Did you watch House of the Devil too?
No.
Because that would have been fitting as well.
Yeah.
Indeed.
I was almost going to say another comment, but that's a comment.
That's a stupid movie, too.
I know you don't like it.
It's stupid but fun.
It's not fun.
It's fun. Stupid. You're stupid.
Prince of Darkness.
Prince of Darkness. Some cool gore in this one, like the guy's body falling apart and turning into bugs. And
that was cool.
That's fucking sweet.
That scene where that guy dies initially, where the woman like rushes him from across the parking lot. That's totally Argento.
I was gonna say that with a knife, and it was just like fucking focused right on.
Oh yeah, that's totally Argento.
Yeah, I was gonna mention that too.
You were?
It's fucking awesome. I wasn't gonna say it like the thing you say all the time.
Yeah, that was absolutely a little Carpenter nod to Argento. And I think it's even like in an Inferno or something is the movie that has a kill that's very similar to that. You always get killed by the sun.
I know.
The way that the woman who gets possessed is like rotting, and the way that her skin looks is just disgusting.
Yeah, it's very unsettling.
And her eyes are still just like bright
like
white.
when she's like smiling. Oh my god, that's horrifying.
That is. That's when the fucking dude loses it. That's like right.
That's when I would lose it too.
No, I mean like that dude's like fucking screaming, "Let me out! Let me out!" After telling fucking these bad jokes to him.
Right, and when that finally happens, he just fucking snaps.
Yeah.
The little the mark that the woman gets on her arm, like the way that it's forming, that's the Blue Oyster Cult logo.
Oh, that is.
Really?
And Carpenter's like a huge Blue Oyster Cult fan. He's said several times that "Don't Fear the Reaper" is his favorite song, to the point that he used it in Halloween in the scene where they're driving around
Pick a
smoking
B-side,
pot.
John. You just lost a 0.25.
What?
He's a mainstream BOC. You pick a... What's the fucking Godzilla?
Well, that's a really good song, too, though.
It is, but it's not overplayed with cowbells. Go ahead, Scott.
Oh, Randy.
Does anyone else have anything to say about Prince of Darkness?
For this being my first viewing,
oh yeah, we don't even know if you liked it.
yeah, I'll say, well, we'll get to that when we get to the review. Like, well, to the score.
Oh, are you going to talk about some scenes?
Yeah, I'll say the where you were talking about with Donald Pleasance and the woman walking up to him with the voice changing.
Yeah.
That was creepy, but the part that creeped me out every single time was when they would look around when they got to the building and you just see the homeless people just standing there, just
staring.
still as hell.
At first, they were just kind of dismissive about it. They're just like, "This is weird." Whatever. I'd like right from the homeless people just stared into my window. I'd be freaked out the whole time.
Well, hell, even when they got out of the car and they're just like all just standing in a line, just still as can be, I'd be like, let's get the fuck out of here. That just gave me the creeps the whole entire time I watched that.
No, you would go up and interview him for our podcast or something.
Okay, I'll do that next time.
Next time. That fucking the black guy when he is singing "Amazing Grace."
Yeah.
It's fucking pretty unsettling too.
Cuts his own throat with a piece of broken chair.
Yeah,
that's fucked up.
And
No,
then,
it's a really effective film all the way through. Lots of cool effects and good pacing. The score is creepy.
Score is
I love the core.
Really cool score.
You like the core too.
Yeah.
You like the core of the score.
The core score door.
The image that's like I'm thinking of right now forever that I'm always going to think of when this movie is that frame where after she jumps in the mirror and she's like reaching.
Right.
It's so creepy to me.
Yeah, that whole scene, like when the arm starts reaching out and it's like red and devilly and like the father thing and like chopping the arm off and the self-sacrifice, jumping through the mirror with her.
Yeah, I was good. And then that last image that you see, like, well, actually, it was in his dream at the very end. That last image you see of her, like,
she's the one emerging from the church.
Yeah, that was pretty unsettling.
Yeah, just in
I just said that twice.
That idea of like
the word,
the fact that there are people from the future transmitting through the past, through your dreams. Like, all of the science involved in the movie is really cool. I don't care if it's accurate or not. It's still cool.
If it was accurate, the movie probably would have been stupid.
Yeah, so the only thing I can complain about a little bit, I just thought was kind of silly, was the whole, like, spitting zombie-ish possessed people.
How they were transmitting?
Yeah, I thought that was just kind of...
Well, it was from a fluid.
I know.
Yeah, how else are you going to get a fluid from one body to another?
But they reminded me of, like, Dilophosaurus from the fucking Jurassic Park movie. Where
what is a Dilophosaurus?
Like, the one that spits in the dude's face, the black
spits
goo.
in Newman's face.
Yeah, I remember that. I didn't know that was the name of it. Why do you know the name of it?
Because I was a fucking nerd for dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs?
Yeah.
Dinosaurs.
Fuck you guys.
The pieces of metal that take down the fucking dinosaur.
No, dinosaur dicks. Dinosaur.
Oh my god.
Okay, well, this is his vehicle. This podcast is to launch his new fucking line of swords called Dino Swords, shaped in dinosaur shapes.
My.
You're gonna get rich off it again.
This one has a fairly downbeat ending too, with the self-sacrifice, and then also the reveal,
the transmission at the end.
Yeah, also the reveal that the sacrifice meant nothing.
Yep.
Yeah.
So pretty awesome. Just really layered storyline that makes for really like a high rewatchability factor. Like every time I watch this movie, it's a little bit more entertaining.